We live on a boat in West London that we've converted ourselves. I think it's fair to say that this was the only housing situation that you'd be interested in, isn't it?
Yes.
This is Relocated, where we tour the living situations of people who choose to live off the beaten path.
I'm Christina and this is Rohan. I work in creative operations for branding agencies.
And I work for a fintech startup based in London. It's a 1965 barge, which was bought in Belgium and brought across to Holland to do some conversion work, and then across the channel and back to the UK, which is now our 3-bedroom home. What prompted us to live on a boat? Well, I love boats.
He loves boats.
I've lived on a narrow boat before for a while, and I've been involved in sailing my whole life. So for me, this was something that always appealed to me, and we just happened to walk past a rusty ship one day and Christina suggested that we convert it.
As a joke, we've been living here for a year now, haven't we? We've just come up to our 1-year anniversary. Before this, we were living in a flat in central London. Rohan was very reluctant to buy anything in London. We were actually expecting our first child when we decided to build a boat.
But it also worked for us, so it was a great project to get our teeth sunk into. You can pick up a boat that's being decommissioned anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000. And then obviously you have a conversion cost, and those are all down to how much you want to spend and what systems you put in place.
A lot of situations came up that we had to solve. You have to keep in mind that steel expands and contracts, that tides go up and down, and that it's impossible to kind of use your standard building tools. You really need some boat expertise mixed with building expertise.
But I think probably the biggest surprise was the skylight. When we first designed the sort of layout of the boat, it was more or less on a napkin, and we went for a 3 metre by 1 metre skylight. So it wasn't necessarily the glass cost, but just the logistics of trying to get 270 kilos of glass lifted onto the boat.
How many men did it take?
10 men.
We paid 10 men to carry on that piece of glass.
Lots of challenges, but we did it in 15 months.
The most unusual thing is that we built in these big windows on the side of the boat, and when we were planning and designing the boat, we put these in because we wanted it to be very light. What we didn't really think about was the fact that we're on a river and there's going to be so much wildlife around. We have so many birds and ducks and swans swimming right up to the windows every day. It's amazing, it keeps us so entertained. And a seal, we have a seal.
We have a seal. What's his name?
Steven Sealberg.
Steven Sealberg.
It's hard to get stuff on and off the boat. You don't drive your car up to the drive and empty stuff out the boot into the front door. We have to get stuff over the bridge, and if you've got a baby and bags, it's tough, but I've never regretted it.
What's the least glamorous part about living on the boat? I guess emptying the poop tank.
Not that bad.
No, it's not. It's more or less connecting a hose and turning a pump on.
The biggest revelation since moving on a boat is how incredible the boat community is. You wave to everyone that will go past you on the river. Our neighbours all look out for each other, and it's incredible. It's been incredible support. It's not normally like that in London. You don't usually speak to your neighbours, let alone have them on WhatsApp. Thank you for watching. If you want to see any more of our home or what goes on in boat life, please follow us at This One Floats on Instagram.
And subscribe below to Bustle. Bustle.